In this video, I want to teach you how to paint a tileable ground. In part 1, we talk about filling the ground tile with a base color, painting random noise as the texture of the soil, drawing selection with lasso tool and fill it to make a small pebbles, painting highlights and shadow. In part 2, we talk about how to create a tileable ground. I start to draw a rectangle with rectangular selection tool. Then I select a brown color to start with. I press G to select paint bucket tool. And I select Kyle Ultimate Charcoal. This brush comes with Photoshop, but I will change the default setting for this brush. I will turn off texture, noise, and dual brush. I turn on shape dynamic and set control to temperature. I also turn on transfer. Again, control to temperature. Maybe I turn on dual brush to see the effect of it. I play with size, spacing, and scatter to see how they will look if I change them. I will increase minimum diameter, but I can always return back and change this setting later. What I want to do is to have a brush with a noise or some kind of texture so I can paint dirt and soil. If I need, I will play with the minimum diameter to see how it will change my brush. I try to fade the color, darker color with the lighter color. But as you can see, because the brush has some kind of texture and noise on it, the merging of darker and lighter color create a randomness that represent soil or layer of the soil. You can rotate all of the painting area using R, rotate view tool. And if you press escape, the painting will return back to the normal view. It is useful because your hand usually can draw in very limited direction, and it will really help to have better control during the painting. You can save this brush so the next time when you need it, there's no need to modify the Kyle Ultimate Charcoal. Just press on the small icon on top of the brush menu and save your brush. Then give a name and your brush will be here next time. To add more narrow line, I will select hard round pressure size brush. And as you can see, the tip of the brush is hard and shape dynamic is activated. I select a darker brown and I draw some small narrow brown line. We want to show the texture and layer on the soil. If you need, you can turn on transfer. So with more pressure, the opacity of the brush will be stronger. Make a new layer and rename it to stone. Next, select lasso tool. You can press L to select it. Then draw small stone with lasso tool on the ground. As you can see, I have already hide my selection by pressing Ctrl H, so I cannot draw anything. First, I will press Ctrl D to unselect any selection that I have already has. Then I can draw new selection. Try to fill the selection with a brown color. You can either fill it with brush or with paint bucket tool. Then select a lighter color to add highlight to the small stone. Paint a darker shade of brown near the edge of the small stone. When you are painting highlight, it's okay to have a little space between highlight and edge. But when you want to paint darker shade to show volume of the stone, it's better to paint this darker shade close to the edge. Next, I will turn on drop shadow and I will play with the setting, distance, spread, and size. When you add shadow to the stone, it will help to a little separate the stone from the soil around it. It will add a little depth to the painting. You can also change the opacity of the blending mode.